We're going to run a paired t-test. Now recall that a paired t-test looks at pre and post scores within the same sample. You're looking at two different things, but with one sample. In this case, we're going to look at cognitive attitudes. So cognitive attitudes, and this is about computers, are people's thoughts about computers. So computers are useful. Computers help me learn. Computers are good for students in learning. Those are statements that were made on this scale, and they were assessed using a Likert scale from 0, which is strongly disagree, to 6, which is strongly agree. All right. And there were, I believe, 4 items, 4 Likert items for the cognitive attitudes, and there were 4 items for the affective attitudes. Affective attitudes are I love computers, or I hate computers, or computers make me anxious, or whatever. These are feelings about computers. All right. And there were 4 items for that as well. And so the maximum score would be 24 and the minimum score would be 0. Same for cognitive attitudes. Now, behavioral attitudes, that would be what I'm going to do with computers. I will use computers to teach. I will use computers in my lessons. I'm going to buy software. These are statements about what people are actually going to do, and they're called behavioral attitudes. We don't know they're going to do them, but they think they might do them or not do them. Again, that's an item, a score from 0 to 6 from a Likert scale ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree to strongly agree, which would be a 6. And there are only 3 items in that scale. So that's just giving you the context. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare the precognitive attitudes before they started a laptop program, and then the postcognitive attitudes after the laptop program. Same with affective attitudes. Do they like computers more after the laptop program? And then if we look at behavioral attitudes, are they more likely to want to do things with computers after the laptop program? So we're seeing the impact of the laptop program on cognitive attitudes, affective attitudes, and behavioral attitudes. So how do we run that analysis? Well, click to Analyze. We're comparing means, right? Pre and post scores. And we're going to go to a paired t-test. All right. So I'm going to do pre-cognitive attitudes. I'm going to bring that over. That's variable 1. Then I have to find post-cognitive attitudes, right? You see the compare pre, post. Affective, I'm going to bring it there. And then post-affective, want to make sure that they line up. And then what behavioral attitudes. And then post behavioral attitudes. And now when you click OK, you can say, yes, I can run a paired t-test in SPSS. Let's see what the results are. All right, so we see some means here. We see a mean of 18 for the precognitive attitudes and a post mean of 17. It's gone down. It's not good for the laptop program, is it? We have affective attitudes, 18 point, well, it's about 18.5 and about 18.5 if you round it. We wouldn't use this many decimals. So it kind of looks, when you eyeball it, there's been no change for affective attitudes. And then if you look at behavioral attitudes, you have 15.0 if I round it, and 15.7 after. So let's see if those are significant. You see the means here, which you need to identify, and the standard deviations, and always report them to 1 decimal point, round up. All right? Mean, standard deviation, you want to know the n as well. Those are things that you would report in a table. Ignore this completely because you won't need it. And then let's take a look at each pair. We look at pre-cognitive attitudes and post-cognitive attitudes. What's this first number? Well, that's the mean difference, 0.3. Okay, yeah, I would agree that. 17.9, if you add 0.3, it's about 18.2. So that's the mean difference. And you could report that if you wanted to. Then you can ignore all this stuff here. You will need to report the t-test. So there's the t-value. That's definitely less than 2, isn't it? Which I remember that below 2, it's probably not significant. You need to report the t-value, but the value you really want to look at here, so you can just jump to that, is 0.36. Well, that is definitely greater than 0.05, so we can say that there is no significant difference between pre and post scores with respect to cognitive attitudes. Or cognitive attitudes after the laptop program do not differ significantly from cognitive attitudes before the laptop program. Let's look at affective attitudes. Well, they're almost the same, right? There's no change. So we see the mean difference, and we pop over here and we say, okay, 0.9. Well, that's definitely greater than 0.05, so we could say that there's no significant difference between pre and post affective attitudes, or that affective attitudes after the laptop program are not significantly different from affective attitudes before the laptop program. And finally, let's look at pre-behavioral attitudes and post-behavioral attitudes. Well, there's a difference here of 0.7. Let's see if that's significant. Well, I move along here. I see the t-value, so that looks promising. And yes, 0.03, even if I round it up 0.04, that is less than 0.05. So we can say that behavioral attitudes, and let's see the direction of that because that's important. So we could say behavioral attitudes were significantly higher after the laptop program than before the laptop program. And then after that, we put in brackets p less than 0.05, comma, and then you'd put the t-value. And you can just put t, which is positive, equals 2.1. All right, so that is how you read a paired sample t-test, and I'm done.